Hey mate, this is the lathe, the little Sherline I was telling you about on your video. Yeah, it's pretty beautiful. It's I've cleaned it up a little bit. I usually keep it wrapped up, but yeah, this is solid brass. Try and get some good shots. The cross slide and everything is brass as well. All the shims. These are aluminium. These are brass. It's really. I've just cleaned the bed up a little bit again, so it doesn't usually sparkle quite like this. But yeah, I can see why I paid what I did for it at the time. The little tool post is aluminium. It's also had a bit of a cleanup. And these are aluminium and brass knobs as well. Yeah, this is the old. I had to rewire this. This is the variable controller and the on-off switch. I think I've set this to the faster speed on the belt. So that gets up to, I should get a shot of the front, 4,000 RPM, and on the low range up to 1,000. But that's the plate, which is probably the thing you want to see. Here's some of the workings of it. It gives the focus. The base is aluminium. It's just had a coat of cream. The original was blue. It did get used quite a bit. I did use it quite a bit, so it's a bit scuffed. But it was blue originally, the headstock and the tailstock. The base was, I think it was just a real scuffed up raw aluminium. Come in, mate. Underneath, she's a heavy little unit, real heavy. Victoria, Australia, made by Sherline Industries. But that's Ronald Sher, PL, PN 1001. I did a little bit of research on these before I bought this. It was a bit of a bidding war, to be honest. I didn't quite know why. I knew it was old, but I didn't know there was a limited run done of the solid brass mini lathes. But yeah, I mean, I've done a few little projects with it. But it'd be fun to swap this out. From my understanding, these aren't mounted. These don't float off the headstock anymore. They sit over here, I believe. Excuse me. I've loosened this. And so that screws on, and then that has its, I guess it's permanent, just fixed center there. It's pretty, which I imagine on most mini lathes is quite, man, this camera just won't focus. It's very incremental. Smooth once you oil it. Has little brass washers in between the aluminium. Aluminium should never be used on moving parts like this, just so gummy. But it hasn't been damaged at all, so it works quite smoothly with a very thin brass washer in between. What was I going to say? Yeah, this moves. 4 seconds I got. Alright. And I just tightened up some of the shims, so there's no give at all, but there is quite a bit of, what do you call it, slag or slop here in between the grabbing the thread. It doesn't matter, I'm not doing anything as awesome as you are. And this was a little 4-jaw, which is really lovely, but I could probably try and fix it properly. When you try to loosen and tighten one or two of these jaws, it just grabs, and I think you know, some of the steel is just rolled on itself and it grabs on the way in, so you can, but you end up by just damaging it more if you're rough on it. But otherwise, I mean, I won't throw this away, but it would be nice just with what I do to maybe put a little 3-jaw on there. But anyway, yeah, mainly spends its time under a blanket now. But, you know, I have a slightly bigger toy to play with over here, which has been really nice to do some little projects on. Anyway, love your videos. Hope you've enjoyed this little Sherline lathe video. Catch you later.